So, hello everyone, this is the continuation of the Gumas report and my part are the scenarios. So, the first scenario is pirated software from abroad. So, when we say pirated, it is used or reproduced for profit without permission. So, I would say nga illegal siya nga kind of act. So, the situation is Bernie works for a large consulting company. When he was on holiday in Southeast Asia, he found an office suit that looks identical to Microsoft Office. The package he found cost 50 compared to the price tag of 3,000 back home. Bernie knew that the seller does not honor US copyright law, despite the documentation looking like it has been photocopied, so he decided to buy it and return home with it. And there are two questions. So the first one, do you think Bernie has done anything wrong? So in my opinion, walay gibuhat nga mali si Bernie aning situations because in the first place, gibaligyaan na siya og gipalit ra pud niya in cheaper price compared sa price sa product dito sa iyang hometown. So yes, there is nothing wrong with it because if we relate also it in real life, we choose to buy cheaper prices than the expensive ones. So the second question is, do you think the custom will confiscate it? Should they find out? So in my own opinion, yes, the company can confiscate it, and of course, they have the right to charge sa tao nga nag-distribute ani or nag-reproduce ilang product, especially kung walay copyright. So yes, it can be charged according to the law, and it should be find out. So yes, it is possible nga mahibaw-an nila. Yes, it is possible, especially if majority of the people are using the pirated software. So yes, it is possible too. The second scenario is stealing an idea. It is 1980 and Bingo Software has just developed a new operating system called BOS. BOS is better than anything else around, but Bingo is a small firm and needed venture capital to start up. It spent 3 years bringing the product to the market, after which it launched and sold well for a year. At this point, it has recovered about 25% initial investments. Pirate Pete entered the market with PPOS, which is cheaper and has more features than BOS. But it appears to be a copied or slightly modified version of BOS. In addition to this, copying of BOS is rampant with customers making copies. Bingo did not last long and went bankrupt within a year. So, how would you assess in this kind of situation? So the questions are, do you think that this is unfair? Has PPOs wrong Bingo? Have the customers wrong Bingo? The next scenario is improving software. Earl develops a virus tester which is very cool. It detects and repairs all non-viruses. He makes the software and its source code available on the web for free, and he also publishes an article on it. Jake reads the article and downloads a copy. He figures out how it works, downloads the source code, and makes several changes to enhance it. After this, Jake sends Earl a copy of the modified software together with an explanation. Jake then puts a copy on the web, explains what he has done, and gives appropriate credit to Earl. The question is, discuss whether or not you think Earl or Jake has done anything wrong. So in my perspective of these situations, so in the first place, Earl ang nag-develop sa software, and then si Jake is gi-enhance lang niya, gi-improve lang niya ang parts of this software. So for me, wala sila gibuhat nga wrong since Earl is the one who developed the software with the help of Jake together with their ability and knowledge. And also wala sila gi-plagiarize, wala sila gi-copy wala sila gi-copy ng information and sources. The next part is exercise, since part man siya sa scenario. So this is the exercise. There are some issues that you should think about before proceeding further. Write down any thoughts you might have on each of the following. Distinction between hardware and software is often blurred. Macro issues: should software be owned? Should it be protected like property? Micro issues: are unauthorized copies illegal? Legal and moral issues: descriptive, what the law says, versus normative, what the law should say. The next one is protecting software. Consider the bingo scenario whereby PPOS copies BOS and sells it more cheaply. PPOS is able to do that because its development costs were lower. It also seems unfair that PPOS use BOS without paying. What is the solution of this problem? One is to give bingo legal executive right to its software. There are currently 3 mechanisms to deal with scenarios like bingo: copyright, trade secrecy, and patent.